Hello and welcome to another Bear Beer Travels. This time we got some footage from the York Beer Festival. Now, because I help out the hop studio, because I'm an assistant brewer there, actually means I get we've got tickets to go to the trade session, which is just a couple of hours before general admission on the first day, the Wednesday. And I must say, for the first time having gone to a festival with actual trade tickets, I had an amazing time. I mean, it was just such a great opportunity to meet other brewers from around the York region, to taste out the beers and to get to feel part of the industry. And as you'll see from the footage, everyone in the entire place was lovely. It was so nice to meet all these really fantastic guys, and I've tried their beers so many times in the local pubs, and then to put a face to the beer per se, or to see how their personalities come across in the beer sometimes. You'd be surprised, you know, you drink it and you go, wow, this is a really full-on IPA. I mean, this is a proper American-style beer. It must be someone really funky brewing this. And then you meet them and they're like crazy and mental. It was a really great time. So I thought I'd do a little bit of an introduction at least, so it wouldn't just go straight into footage and you'd be like, where, what, who, why, and how. Most of it I did with the Bad Seed Brewery guys, just because they're such a hilarious hoot. I had a great time, really. Just a little bit of an apology as well for some of the footage. We towards the end did get rather drunk because he just kept going around and kept drinking things, so the slurring of words becomes quite apparent later on too. And I wish I managed to get footage on some of some more beers, but as things panned on, we did some long videos. I actually ran out of space on my memory card as well, so many more beers were tried, but I did manage to get them on camera, so not as many beers from the local area as I wanted, but a really, really long, in-depth kind of analysis of two beers from, one beer from the Czech Republic, one from Germany, and one by Brooklyn in America as well. So I hope you enjoy it all, and tell me if you managed to go there yourself, and tell me what you tried if you did. A little bit of a shout out as well to Brass Castle, who I used to go and help out every now and again. Well done for winning Best Beer Show with Sunshine, and Wallop was amazing too. And hello to the Bad Seed guys as well. I have had your IPA and it was magnificent, and I shall show you a review video on that later date too. So here we go, enjoy it. Hello, welcome to Bear Beer Reviews, come at you from a York Beer Festival and this wonderful little marquee outside. I found myself two wonderful fellows from Bad Seed Brewery. We've got Chris, wave at the camera. Yay! And we're going to do a triple beer review for you right now. We're at the aptly named foreign beer, not international beer, but like it's just called foreign beer. Yeah, there we go. He's focusing on the right part now. So, what we've got in front of us, we've got the Brumel from Czech Republic. It's a oak raspberry, 4.7%. Next door to it, we've got the Weihenstephaner Hop Explosion, 5.5%. Oh, he's zoomed in. That's it. That's the Weihenstephaner Hop Explosion. It's also up there as well. And then finally, the final one we've got is the Brooklyn Scorcher. So, we might as well go into the first one. This one's mine. This is the Brumel Oak Raspberry. It's quite a nice straw colour. Plenty of carbonation going through, but I'm pretty sure it's keg, so it will do. And it's got a really good lacing on it. It sticks inside the glass really well, and the head's sticking around as well. You can zoom it out. Right, I'll go in for aromas and we'll pass it around and we'll talk about aromas. So, I mean, it's super sweet and super raspberry, but the colour doesn't really rely on what it actually is. You know, normal fruit beers, you get those horrible tinges of vivid colour. This doesn't look like it should be, but it does smell like super sweet raspberries, like the freshest raspberries, sweetest raspberries you can get. That's what I'm getting. I'll pass it down the line. Enjoy, sir.
It's very sweet raspberry, almost like ice cream.
Raspberry ripple.
Yeah, raspberry ripple. Subtle vanilla hints. Do you want to sniff, Chris?
There we go. Chris is going to give it a sniff. Oh, there's a good sniff going on here. I hope we're going to come up with some nuggets, some little nugget of aroma flavouring now.
It's
It's like the freshest raspberry on the warmest summer's day.
Is it like watching Wimbledon but with raspberries and cream?
But I totally see what you mean.
You guys were here last year, weren't you?
Yeah.
Say hi. You're going to be on YouTube now. Oh, hold on.
But I totally see what you mean about the raspberry ripple. There's a real kind of almost...
There is kind of vanilla.
It's both...
Speaking of which, there's vanilla and there's also bug. Vanilla, vanilla and protein.
As you say,
It smells so good that bugs commit suicide to try it.
Raspberry cheesecake.
Raspberry cheesecake. We've not gone for flavours yet. Speaking of which, Chris, would you like to go in for a sip? We'll see if we agree. No, it's fine. Oh, that's.
it's like if you got a spoon and just took the top layer of a raspberry cheesecake, so it's got that really kind of sweet raspberry feel and fresh raspberry feel.
It's got an emptiness, like it's got a mouthful of raisin there as well.
I don't know why I'm not videoing you. You're coming out with better information.
But here we go. There we are.
So we've got OT raspberry flavours. Moving across.
In fact, now I'm thinking about it, I'm thinking actually, does it taste like Crown
That raspberry hit is very, very early, and then it does die away to a slight bitterness,
Cool.
and then comes back.
Cool. So it's an initial wave thing, and then you get in. What you getting on?
You get into
then you get
more of an oaty bit.
more a typical OT kind of bit, but cool.
Oaty biscuity bit.
Ah, sounds pretty good. Sweet. Swapping over. Looks like pasta party, but with a really expensive camera instead. Cheers.
What he was saying was to pour it.
Yeah, it's kind of a subtle raspberry flavour. Very sweet on the initial forefront of the palate, then it ekes away. The mouthfeel is quite nice and medium. There's a nice level of carbonation. I get like a watery
Hello, you're right.
aftertaste though. I think it gets really watery towards the back end, and I definitely took a bite out of that. No, it's something. I think it's got quite a watery aftertaste. I think it kind of drains the flavour away a bit. So it could have a much longer lasting bitterness, a bit more of a raspberry flavour. I am getting those, like on the back palate, almost like a lager malt sort of flavour. Biscuit and lager malt. Like I said, it all ends up with a little bit watery at the end for my liking. In terms of rating then, I'm not huge on fruit beers usually. I think it kind of... I've had better fruit beers for sure though, but I think this is probably, I'm going to 7 out of 10. I think it's pretty good. I like the mouthfeel, I like the carbonation, I like all the flavours that are there. I think it just loses itself at the back. There needs to be something that just carries on a bit more. Maybe a bit more residual bitterness would make it absolutely parfait.
£1.60 please.
Hey, I'm quite enjoying that one. What about you, Seth?
Yeah, again, I'm not a huge fan of the fruit beers. It's pleasant. Personally, I wouldn't be drinking pints of it. It's good for a half, maybe.
It's for your girlfriend. It's be sexist.
Whoa! Ow!
Oh, typical. And what about your ratings, Bruce?
I'm a bit meh about it. I don't know if I go for a point system rating. I go for a verbal sound.
Verbal.
So meh. Yeah, it's great. I'm really glad to have tried it, but I won't be going back, and I won't necessarily be recommending it to other people. But that's because there's a lot of other beers here, and I'm not necessarily a fruit beer person.
Somebody got better than all. Final rating?
I would go for a similar one. I think I quite like it, but it's absolutely not my favourite beer that I've ever tried.
Cool. Hey, we're liking that one. All right, let's.
But hold on a second. She's a girl. Sure, she must like it because it's a fruit beer. You sexist pig.
It's a bit of subtle irony over here, yeah.
Okay. Do you really want to say? Do you want to say that to my face?
I'm just being ironic. Don't gang off on me. On that swift note, then, we move on to the right-hand Stefana. Cool.
Now, are
right.
girls allowed to drink wheat beers
I
as
think
well,
they're allowed to
Jack?
drink wheat beers as well because it's got banana flavour to it. You see, yeah.
I don't mind the banana flavoured ones. I don't mind it when you get to
Oh, there we go. That's fine. No, please do.
This won't be going on YouTube. Right, so
Whitehead Stefana Hop Explosion.
Hot explosion. Slide.
Yeah, sorry, I'm not ruining all your YouTube videos.
No, that's fine. Go for it. This is going to be the longest video I've ever done, I think. Well, that's cool. That's not including the rest of the footage from the entire festival as well.
Yeah, I mean, it's obviously a big banana hit, though I'm not getting masses of hop of that. It's real yeast kind of.
Yeasty.
There's going to be some fantastic up-close facial shots of people.
The sort of bready banana-iness you usually get with wheat beers. There is a subtle amount of hops there. Quite.
Yep, hop explosion.
Well, it's not exactly
Yeah,
hop explosion.
it's a wheat beer. You're trying to put hops in a wheat beer. You're not going to get an IPA.
No, but then you explosion.
But actually, we're calling it the wrong thing. It's actually a white hop explosion.
White hop
so
explosion.
it's vaguely racist.
But no, because I mean, we miss. We get about 1 in every 2 of what's popular in the States at the moment. So
True.
when black IPAs
so they have a
2 years
Dunkel
ago,
version
and
somewhere.
then you get white IPAs explode over there at the same time that we were picking up black IPAs. So
yeah.
we were still chasing that tail.
So you think
and
this
then
one's...
Saisons broke out over there, and we just missed white, and we went straight
now
to
we've just done
Saison.
Saison.
I mean, we're catching them up with sours now, but white IPAs are a valid. So you just don't see them very much over here. But yeah, this is very much a wheat beer.
It's a German wheat beer using hops. It's there's more hops than your normal German wheat beer.
Okay.
Right, so aromas for me now. I'd have to agree. I'm getting a lot of banana and cloves, a very typical wheat beer sort of smell. And I also agree, I don't get much in the way of hops at all, really. There's perhaps a bit of like grassy, maybe floral note to it. But judging by aroma, it just seems to be like, I would say it's probably got an amplified wheat beer sort of smell. Like definitely banana. It smells almost like banana essence. We'll go for ice cream again. Banana ice cream. Hey, can never have a nice ice cream. Right, let's get into it. Cheers. But yeah, the taste is a lot more hoppy. It's a lot more hoppy than the aroma. You definitely get big banana and clove flavour. I mean, humongous. But you also get a hoppy note coming through. I get a little bit of citrus. I think. It's a little hint of citrus, kind of like pokes its head out somewhere around the mid palate, and then kind of eases away into the bananas and cloves again. It's quite a nice addition, actually. I think it adds like a little bit of complexity to it. And I'll stop waffling and I'll hand it on over. There you are, sir.
Yeah, it's a hoppy wheat beer. It's hard not to compare it to another famous brand of wheat beer.
Mein Hofweizen.
This is possibly slightly hoppier than that. Definitely more bitter, which I think does help balance out the sort of clovey, banana-y texture that can get a bit too sweet. I quite like it.
And back to the majestic beard.
Gandalf the ginger.
Gandalf the ginger. You shall not pass without giving me a pint. I like filming you, there's a lot of silence.
Yeah, it's like a really intense art house film. Just shoot it all in black and white.
Shoot their facial expressions.
Yeah, there's a real hoppiness in the second half. So draw your graph there. That just
Goes up, and then it kind of
suddenly explodes. Second half. The first half lulls you in classic wheat beer style. So everything that's on the aroma, and then suddenly it's like biting into a massive grapefruit. I get a real big citrus.
Then I think it kind of peels away at the end as well. It kind of goes up, and then
it does. It is a graph that then works quite well.
But you get this like,
and you do get a big hot hit
juicy,
that
don't you?
the nose belies. Yeah, no, a real pleasant bitterness as well. Not an astringent, but a really nice kind of citrusy, bitter twang.
Cool. Right, moving on to our final one. This is Brooklyn Scorcher 366. And this one is 4.5%. Right, do you want to go for it, Chris? Get your nose in.
Yeah, really big, kind of grassy hit. sort of, it is hot, but it's not the classic kind of citrus or piney. It's kind of really spiced, spiced hoppy notes. I don't think exactly what it is.
Cool. So I'll take a couple of steps back. Not so close up with the nostrils now.
Yeah, it's quite, you can smell, almost smell the bitterness rather than the hoppiness.
Almost smells like there's too many hops.
And it's incredibly grassy as well. And also quite nestle-y. You know the smell of stinging nettles. It's got
Kind of wet grass sort of thing. Is that what we're talking about?
no, I would not say that.
No, you wouldn't say wet grass.
I would say stinging nettles, and that, you know, when you get into a big
There's no
clump of
damp
nettles.
there. That's why I want to say wet grass. There's no damp. It's a very kind of cut grass that's left to dry. Almost, yeah, yellow grass.
Yellow grass. Alright, awesome.
There we go.
Okay, I'll get my nose in.
But back to the professional.
Yeah, professional, really, right. Yeah, I'd agree. It smells like a field. It smells like a field in the middle of summer. Walking through the cornfields, running your hands through it like a gladiator, except you're not dead. I also think it smells quite soapy, actually. And I find this with I had Brewmeister's Hop to the Gates of Hell, which it genuinely was, because it had the same aroma and this soapy smell of massive, should we call it, is there such thing as over-hopped, but over-hopped? And it all aroma goes, and it smells like, and we mentioned it earlier, it smells like a bar of hop soap, and it's just doesn't smell, just doesn't smell right. It smells like it should be super hoppy, but almost like it's all been squelched out or something's not, it just doesn't smell right. But maybe it'll come through better in taste. I also smell something like maybe mangoes or something like that. You know, I'm trying to think of juicy, wet, citrusy fruit, something like a mango or... Yeah, I know, bad language. But it just seems a little bit... It's very overpowering aroma, but also at the same time subdued. All the main hop smells you get will be kind of muddled a bit. Okay, right, well, enough about aromas. Let's get in and give it a try and give it a taste. Cheers. No, I don't think I'm a fan of that one. How to describe it? Grainy, unbelievably watery in flavour. Almost a non-existent bitterness until the absolute end aftertaste, and it tastes soapy. It does taste quite like soap. And there's a grainy aftertaste as well. The bitterness is just starting to come through now. All that time after I had that sip, and it's not very pleasant actually. I'm not sure if I like the sculpture. I'm not sure if I like it much at all. I'm going to pass it around and see what other people think before I completely pan it. And after a short break, business as usual.
Right, am I smelling or tasting this now?
You were smelling and then we were passing to Chris for a smell. That was it we're tasting.
It's quite interesting because it's like a beer that should be on cask on keg, and it doesn't work. It's too thin and it's a bit watery. Chris?
Oh, you see, you're right, it's an art house film. I just need a violinist or a pianist playing.
Once again, I'm just reduced to sounds by this beer.
In scale of pun, it's in there.
It doesn't quite make a pun.
Is that a sound of derision?
It's fine. I mean, the initial taste, again on Steffi Graf, is everything that you smell with the aroma, and then it just gets dilute. It's like a diluted version of how it smells, and then it's like a fairy but it's just the right side of too bitter, and that's the nicest thing you can say about it.
Yeah. At least it's balanced in terms of bitterness.
Yes.
There's barely any bitterness because it's very watery.
I know exactly what you mean about it would be better on cask. I still don't know if I get it.
Because the mouthfeel would be so much better. So much better.
Yeah.
But the mouthfeel is dead on this. Yeah.
But there we are.
There we are. So, quick ratings. Meh. Okay, welcome to another beer beer review from York Beer Festival. We've just seen the SIBA award winners, and I'm glad to say the Hop Studios won a silver in the Stouts and Porters. Please feel free. In Stouts and Porters for the porter, it's aged on vanilla, so we're very happy. But the surprise overall was Brass Castle, who won the best overall beer with Sunshine. So I've come down to Brass Castle to try out a different one of their beers. This isn't Sunshine, this is Wallow. It's a beer I remember when we put it into, when I was helping out there, we put it into sherry aged barrels, and I've not managed to get my hands on it, so here we are. It's pitch black as the night, there is no head on it at all. It's 7.7 and it smells to almighty heaven. There is vanilla and it smells like sherry, there's vinous notes, alcohol. Kind of like a spice, almost like cinnamon coming off it as well. As you can see, I've already had a little fair bit of it, and it's particularly strong. So without further ado, I'll get in there and give it another taste. Cheers.
I'll catch up with you in a minute.
It's fine, you can come through, come and join. So we're going to try, and the vanilla flavour really comes through in abundance, as there's a really nice kind of wine-like bitterness on the palate. There's a ton of like clove and cinnamon in it as well. It's a really thick mouthfeel. It's quite light on carbonation, but the body really helps it and pulls it through. It's a really terrific beer actually, it's full of flavour, really distilled, and I very much enjoy it. I won't rate it because I had a hand in making it, but it's lovely. If you manage to get your hands on some, give it a try. This one's the one that's aged in sherry casks. I believe it's been bottled as well in nice 750ml bottles in a nice wooden kind of like transport barrel with shavings in it as well and all that. So it's a right spectacle if you do manage to get your hands on it. But well done to Phil for winning Sunshine as the best beer for York Beer Festival. Well done, my friend. And I shall catch you around all next time. Cheers. Also, welcome back to the York Beer Festival. We're at the Oakley Brewery, who've won about a million rewards. This is our friend here at the box. Mick. How's it going? Was it Mick? Yeah, this is Mick. He's amazing. He's a home brewer like mad. Watch out for him in the future because he'll have his own brew club and it'll be brilliant. What I've got here, we've got a few interesting things on. I've got Norseman, which is a spruce ale. So using spruce for flavouring as with hops as well, I believe. We'll also try the Green Goddess Belgian Green Hop Ale. And we've also tried EXP9, which is a super secret one, but I can tell you the sleigh bells might be ringing if you try it. So they're just testing that one out here. I know, I just got a funny look from Chris behind the camera. Chris is behind the camera, by the way, from Bad Seed. Thank you once again. So, I've already had a bit of this, but as you can see, it's a nice dark amber colour. There's a good amount of head on it. There's fantastic lacing as well. Not much in carbonation going through it. Well, that's because it's been sat outside for quite a while because I've been nursing this one. So, in terms of smell, you can smell like a certain Christmas tree flavour, but it's quite reserved in this. It's not overpowering, it's not too abundant, and you get like a nice malty kind of like biscuity smell alongside it as well, I think. But predominantly you get a bit of spruce. It's quite a reserved aroma, and I don't think it is as representative of the flavour as I'm about to describe it. So, without further ado, cheers. In terms of flavour, that spruce, that Christmas tree flavour just bursts through your mouth. It's got this nice sweet malt flavour. It's like a nice sweet sugary saccharine kind of caramel. You get this spruce in abundance, that kind of floral, everything. You know, go up to your Christmas tree next time. This coming Christmas, go up to it, shove your head inside of it, and smell that flavour. That aroma comes through in flavour in this beer. And there's also like a nice distinct bitterness. It is not overpowering, so there's no stripping your palate, but it's nice and steady, and it just carries the flavour on. I often think bitterness sometimes just like it grabs flavour and it makes it stay into the aftertaste. And this one, that spruce flavour just goes on and on and on and on. It keeps going on. I really enjoy this. The Norseman, the idea of the Norseman, this guy with an It's clean woody, some Midlands and Forest weight comes through in this beer. It's brilliant. It's fantastic. Really like it. Well done. This is like a 9 out of 10